You like having some quick and easy meal ideas for supper and need them done in a hurry? I've got you covered. Let's go cook. Hey friends, welcome back. I'm Sammy, and in this week's video, I have 5 kid-approved meals that are so quick and so easy, and they will appeal to even the pickiest of eaters. So how about we go jump right on into my kitchen and get to cooking, y'all. Come on, let's go. All right, y'all, so we are gonna make spaghetti tonight. So I just have some Badia Complete, nature seasoning, black garlic, and of course our pasta of choice is angel hair. I'm going to use the Prego roasted garlic and herb, petite diced tomatoes, tomato paste, some beefy onion soup mix, and a pound of ground beef. Just making a smaller batch, but it's definitely kid friendly, kid approved, kid tasted for many years. It's never failed me. So I'm gonna go ahead and start browning everything up with the meat and then add in everything else. All right, y'all, so first off, you just want to start by browning up your burger and season it with whatever y'all want to. But we're going to use Badia Complete, nature seasoning, and black garlic. It's also by the Badia company, so it makes everything so yummy. So once that's browned up, we're going to start emptying the whole packet of that beefy onion soup mix, 1 entire can of tomato paste. Get that all stirred in together, that way it's smoother. Dump in a whole can of diced petite tomatoes or Italian tomatoes, whatever kind you want. If you have home canned, that'll be fine too. Whatever favorite spaghetti sauce y'all want, and then just stir that together and put that lid on it and let that meld together. Now while that's cooking, we're going to start on our cream sauce for the double sauce spaghetti. So I just melt a little bit of butter and a half a stick of cream cheese. I'm just going to flatten that on out in that pan right there just to let it get warmed up more easily, I should say. And then once that's like that, we're going to start slowly but surely adding in. I used about that whole container of that heavy whipping cream right there. And it's just the smaller one. So once that's all combined in that pan, that's where I just dump in the rest of it little by little. That way it's not lumpy. Added in some Badia Complete and other seasonings to taste. And then I emptied in half of a container of Parmesan cheese. Basically, you're making a homemade Alfredo sauce. So I'll have the inspiration link down below. And then I'm going to throw these garlic sticks in the oven and let them get all nice and yummy. And we're going to go ahead and dump that Alfredo sauce over those cooked pasta noodles. Give that a good old stir, and we're going to plate up our spaghetti and sit down and have a delicious supper. I did reserve some pasta water right there, so just make sure y'all do that. That way it'll blend together better. But here's that plate, y'all, and this is so good. All right, y'all, so another kid-approved favorite in our house, and it's lasted all the way up through their teenage years and even into adulthood, because it's one of my favorites, are cheeseburger sliders. I just have some mini buns, the slider buns. I've got about 2.5 pounds of lean ground beef right here, along with some deli American, the yellow American, and a beefy onion soup mix. This and all these seasonings right here are gonna get mixed in with this beef, and then we're just gonna make a huge old patty, put it on the sheet pan and bake it until it is completely done. And then we're gonna take that patty off and split it in between these 12 buns right here. But yeah, that's what we're gonna go ahead and make. And then I'm just gonna make some French fries to go with it, because you know, burger and fries, all American. So we're gonna go ahead and get right into fixing this supper. All right, y'all, so to start these sliders, we're gonna dump that whole packet of that beefy onion soup mix and some Badia Complete. We're gonna mix that with the best tool God ever gave us, which is our hands. And we're gonna mash that burger on down, and it's gonna fit that whole sheet pan. And then we'll bake it at 350 until it is cooked all the way through. Now, while that's in the oven, we're gonna make that sauce to put on top of these sliders. I'm just gonna melt some butter, with some chopped garlic and a little bit of onion powder. And then put that in the microwave, melt it together. And I'm just going to slice up these sliders, get them assembled on that bun. I don't put anything else on there besides just the meat and cheese. And we're going to top it off with that butter and garlic mixture for the top of the buns. We'll put those back in that hot oven. It doesn't need to be on unless you want them a little bit crispy on top, but just enough to melt that cheese over that burger. Now, I am going to make some fries. So I started to put them here in my air fryer, and then I realized it went kapooey on me. It did not work, and I got so frustrated, but I didn't let it get the best of me. I just went ahead and put them on a sheet pan, and we made the best of it. So I took the burgers out of my oven and put the fries back in, and I'm just going to cook them like that until I can get me another air fryer. But I was so frustrated, but that just goes to show you, you can still make do with what you have. But there are those sliders and those fries, and this was absolutely delicious, y'all. Tonight's supper that's kid approved is a boneless chicken, honey barbecue flavor, like the chicken bites. And then we're going to make some mac and cheese. You can't go wrong with mac and cheese with littles. And I mean, chicken nuggets, even if they don't like the honey barbecue flavor, I'm just doing what my family likes. So if they don't care for the barbecue, just get plain chicken nuggets and substitute. So either way, I had chicken fries, but everybody opted to have the honey barbecue flavor. So that's what we're doing. So I'm just going to go ahead and cook these according to the directions for the conventional oven. Since my air fryer went kaput yesterday when I was cooking dinner, y'all already saw that one. We're just gonna have to go ahead and cook these in the oven and get them done that way. And then of course, we're just gonna make our mac and cheese per directions on the bottom of the box. But I add in heavy whipping cream and some extra cheese, and of course, whatever seasonings you want to as well. But that's my secret when I make mine, and that's gonna be supper tonight. So basically all we're gonna do is just spray a sheet pan right here and dump those barbecue chicken nuggets basically on that sheet pan and cook them per package directions, and then make that macaroni and cheese too. I just put enough salt in there to make it taste like, you know, seawater. Boil those noodles in there because you want that water to taste like the ocean. That way everything's flavorful. And just make that macaroni on box directions. I do add in heavy whipping cream and extra cheese though. That's my secret. But here's everything, and we're going to sit down and have a nice family supper. All right, y'all, tonight for supper and another kid-approved favorite are meatball subs. So that's what we're gonna have. And of course, I'm gonna throw in some Incredible Hulk trees because that's how I used to get my boys to eat broccoli when they were little. And it just kind of stuck. And then asparagus, you know, that's Incredible Hulk green beans. But you do what you do when your kids are little to get them to eat their veggies. So we're gonna make some Incredible Hulk trees. And steam this, and then we're just going to go ahead and use these home-style frozen meatballs. We're going to cook them in some just traditional spaghetti sauce. And then, of course, we've got our hoagie rolls or sub rolls, whatever you want, and then whatever cheese you want as well. We're just going to use the mozzarella here. But that's what's going to be for supper tonight. Now let's get to cooking. So first off, I just went ahead and washed and cut up all that broccoli. We're going to put it in some salt water and kind of let it get tender like that. And then we're also going to heat these meatballs through. It won't take very long, maybe 20 to 30 minutes, just depending, you know, on how fast your broccoli cooks as well. Once those meatballs are heated all the way through, you just start by cutting up your sub buns, putting some cheese on in there, and then we'll put the meatballs. And of course, we're going to put more cheese on top because everything is better with some more cheese. Once you have your cheese on there, you just sprinkle it with some Badia Complete on top. Put that in the broiler for a little bit and let it get all nice and crispy on top of that, and serve it up with that broccoli. And I'm going to tell y'all what, this was so good. That buttery steamed broccoli, oh my goodness. Yes, please. And this is sure to please even the pickiest of eaters. All right, y'all, so tonight's supper is a French bread pizza. We just have garlic and herb topped Italian bread. I'm gonna cut this in half and make 2 halves. I've got some leftover pasta sauce. It's basically the same thing as pizza sauce. I mean, it's traditional. There's not no chunks of nothing in it, and that's what I'm gonna use because waste not, want not. Got some pepperoni right here, and of course some mozzarella cheese, and then some 5 cheese Italian blend, and we're gonna add some mushrooms to it. Also gonna sprinkle some Badia Complete on top of it as well. But that is gonna be supper tonight, and every kid will love it. You just make it however you want to, with whatever toppings. All right, y'all, so to start off on this French bread pizza, we're just gonna cut this bread on down the middle. That way you have 2 halves, and you can make 2 different types of pizza if you want, or you can make them all the same. But you definitely wanna get this bread crusty in the oven, and you know, where it's crispy, that way your bread ain't mushy. So I just put a little bit of butter on there and some Badia Complete, and I toasted it up on in the oven. And then we're gonna start by adding our sauce there, as much or as little as you want, but we're a saucy family, so we like a lot on ours. But I just went ahead and smooth that out. We're gonna start by adding in our mozzarella cheeses, and then we're gonna add in a 4 cheese blend. But use whatever cheese you want, and then whatever toppings you want. We just did pepperoni and mushrooms right here. And then once I had everything on there, I just sprinkled it with a little bit more of that Badia Complete. It just makes your food taste so good. But we're going to go ahead and toss this back into the oven on the broiler, because your bread has already baked in there and everything and got crispy on the bottom. We just wanted to get this heated through and bubbly on top. But we just sliced it up as is, and that's how we had it. And then, of course, I got to have ranch for my pizza. But this was supper this night, and it was absolutely delicious. I hope you enjoyed this video. If y'all did, and it gave you some great meal inspirations for quick, easy, convenient dinners or kid-approved meals, please give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment below, and think about subscribing and becoming part of my YouTube family. I would absolutely love to have y'all. But until next time, if you all are in need of prayer or know someone who needs prayers, please leave them below, and I will see y'all in the next one. God bless, my friends. Bye.